So the first thing that we want to talk about, of course, is the camera, because you can't actually do anything without a camera, right? So this is all geared around using your smartphone, because pretty much everyone has one. If you're learning this online, chances are you're probably watching it on a smartphone. If not, you're on a desktop, and you can use a desktop too, but you'll have to buy a camera for it unless you're on a laptop, which has a camera built in. In either case, you're almost certainly not going to want to pay like over $100 for the camera alone. Your smartphone probably has a camera in it that is at least that good, if not better. And so that's what I'm using, and I imagine that's what you'll use too, but it is really kind of only bounded by exactly how nice you want your picture to look. After you've decided to use your smartphone, which I have to presume that you will, then it becomes a question of the tripod. And the tripod is not expensive. Looks like this. I've got markings here so that I know where I want it to be on my workbench in the garage. Sorry, it's super gross in here, but hey, you know, it is a garage. This is $25 on Amazon, and it's got a swivel here for tilt. It's got 3 ways to raise it. It goes up pretty dang high, as a matter of fact, and it holds your smartphone right here. So that's what I was using a second ago when you saw my face in the studio. Oh yeah, obviously this is not the glorious studio that you saw before. I'll get to that in a second. This tripod comes with this guy, and hitting this button allows me to start and stop the recording. I've been doing that. And this particular stand is by Fujitech, and it is the FT569. It is not expensive, and I recommend it. Now on to the green screen. The green screen is what allowed me to make it look like I was in a professional music studio. Clearly, I was not. This particular screen is $30 on Amazon, and you shouldn't really pay more than that. You can see things online for like as much as $100, which comes with like a stand and clips and stuff. Not necessary. This one came with 6 of these little silver clippies, and I used a shower rod and a couple nails. There's a nail right there. The string was from the previous attempt, not necessary. And a nail over there. And then it's got a little hole here where you can put a heavy rod to weigh the whole thing down. It's my garage is not tall enough for this particular screen, so it's really sitting on the floor. But as you saw a second ago, it really didn't make a difference. After the green screen, we have to talk about lighting. I have 3 lights, one here on the right, one here on the left, and then one here up above. And they are just little can lights, sorry. You can get them at Home Depot for like $20, no big deal. But the bulbs are like $12, $13, and they look like this. And they have clips which attach to just about everything, and they have a swivel right there. No big deal. And you may be asking yourself, what's with the bags? The bags are produce bags from the grocery store, and they go right over the can light and diffuse the light, just like the professional photographer that came to your high school and took your photograph. It helps the light go everywhere instead of like one particular direction and make big shadows on your screen over here, which is why you don't see shadows every place. This is not as flat as a professional would have it. There's still some wrinkles here, and that will affect the green screen effect that I had. But you'll find that if you go back to that last video, it's actually kind of hard to tell. It's there if you look real careful, but it's hard to tell. And unless you're doing like a professional paid job, it's really not going to matter. The lights themselves, the bulbs, they should be as close to daylight as possible. The box at Home Depot will tell you how many lumens it is. That's the unit of measurement for how bright a thing can get. These are, I think, 1100. I tried to get them as high as I could without actually breaking the bank. But like I said, the cans themselves are like 18, 20 bucks. The bulbs are like 12. So you're looking at like $30 a light. And that is the most expensive part of this setup, except for the cell phone, really. Yeah, so the placement of the lights, you want one on the left, you want one on the right, and then you need a headlight, so-called, which is up top, and that goes behind you to shine on this to eliminate any shadows that do occur. That's important because where you have a shadow, you're not going to get the green screen effect that you're looking for. And by the way, you do want a green screen because you could get a backdrop that just has like leaves or some other pattern or whatever, as long as it's not shiny and gloss. If it reflects the light, then that's going to look awful on camera. I tried it, it didn't work. You could do a straight piece of fabric like these moving blankets that I have on the sides. More about them later. But it's kind of boring. If you have a green screen, you can do anything you want. You can put video back there. You can change the background to be a photograph of what you're talking about. You just have a lot more variety, more elasticity, more room to move with your finished product. And so that is what I recommend. All right, let's talk about the sound.